All right, so let me let me just go through the purpose of our meeting. We've been in meetings every single day, every single morning for the last 60 plus days, it feels like. And we talked with our staff a little bit today. I wanted to bring us back for our meeting today because of to let you know that we are actually recording our podcast. And our podcast today is to celebrate everything that Lacey Jacobs has done at Chardon for the last several years. And Lacey, no, we wanted to do this, Lacey, because we appreciate you and we are going to miss you tremendously. And we know that we will always be invited to that beautiful plantation that you have in North Carolina.
Well, let's not get carried away with the open invitations.
Except for Kyle. So we just wanted to take a few minutes and each of us just to share our gratitude. So it doesn't matter who goes and begins, but Lacey, you are truly appreciated and you are a phenomenal counselor and friend to all of us.
Gratitude. I thought you said we were roasting her.
Go ahead and roast me. I'd be more comfortable with it, probably.
Is there like an order or can we just go whenever?
Tim, you're talking.
I'll start. So Lacey and I actually got hired literally within like hours of each other. So 6 years ago.
Who was hired first?
Lacey signed her contract first. So Lacey is the senior counselor other than Nikki, who we know is senior, of course.
Super senior.
We're not roasting.
So Lacey and I started 6 years ago. So either way, Lacey, I've really enjoyed this 6 years. I'm sad to see you go. Unfortunately, we knew it was going to happen. I was confused the first day when I heard your husband was the Notre Dame coach with the wrong Notre Dame. I was thinking it was the real Notre Dame, not Notre Dame and Euclid. So I was confused why you were there, but we're really happy for you. We hope to come visit you. That's it. I'll miss you for sure.
I'll miss you.
Rylan just added him too. Rylan just said he'll miss you too.
I'll miss Rylan and Grayson.
Yeah, let's go through our counselors first, and then we'll go through Jen, Sprinzel, and Snyder, and then the admin.
All right. I don't even know where to start, honey. I'm probably going to cry.
Don't cry. Don't.
Oh, we're going to miss you so much. So, okay. So, somebody else go.
Take some meds. It'll help.
Yeah. And for our listeners, she had knee surgery yesterday. But
yeah,
Mrs. Hetrick does not cry. So this is genuine love.
No. I'll vouch. She doesn't cry.
Can we get an air hug? Can we get an air hug for Lacey? There we go.
Lacey's our hugger. I miss Lacey hugs.
Don't worry, you got Kyle still.
I miss Lacey to hug.
Yeah.
And Kyle. We do have a hugger left.
Yeah, one.
Speaking of Kyle.
Yeah. So. Oh, should I go?
Sure.
So, Lacey, I know it's my second year working, but I know you helped me out a lot, especially when I know you'd go and the door could open. You always said we could shut it, and if there's anything I need to work on or try to learn. I'm still learning the job, and you helped me more than I could explain. You always answer my text messages when some people like I am don't. I really appreciate that. And honestly, I think more than a coworker, I think I have a friend for life, and I'm still going to reach out. And if you need any boating tips, I have one, and I'm going to come down and ride that boat with you. Like I said, like I told you, I already mapped out my trips to Disney, and I already saw how I could stop in Hickory on the way down to Orlando every time. So if you'll have me and the twins, I'll be happy to. And thank you for, the best thing I can call you is a friend. Thank you for everything.
Thanks, buddy. Becky and the boys can stop. You can hang out on the porch.
You're not even allowed in the house no much.
Yeah, I close enough.
You're always welcome.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. Lacey,
consider you a great friend. I'm gonna cry too. Always love your smile and your laughter, and always seem to be upbeat. And whenever I stop in, answer questions, and going to miss you. Thanks for sharing Luke and Knox with me. Enjoy seeing them all the time, and your mom. So I'll miss you.
Thank you. I'll miss you too. Come on down.
I will.
Hey, Lacey, I'm not going to invite myself to your new home since you haven't even moved in yet. But I'm definitely not going to invite myself in until I know all of the boxes are unpacked.
Let me take a minute.
I can tell you this, the state of North Carolina is going to get quite a Renaissance woman, top-notch counselor, wife, mama to those two boys, and after my soft spot in my own heart, coach's wife. You've done a great job in all those roles, and we knew that we were going to lose you sometime soon. And I guess the last couple of years have been kind of icing on the cake because the success that the Notre Dame college team has had, we knew that this day was coming. So it's bittersweet. We wish you all the best. We thank you for everything you've done here. And keep us in tune with those boys and coach, and we'll become fans of the new team.
Thank you. Miss you too.
We know the Browns will be hiring in like 3 years.
Hey, maybe we'll be back.
3 years.
So, yeah, we've been talking about this for a while, but the truth is, I never wanted you to leave or for him to find a job, but I knew he would. Kind of interesting when I looked, and you're going from living on Hickory to moving to Hickory. It's kind of interesting. So, interesting what your new connection will be to his next landing spot, because I don't think this will be his final stop. But the one thing I'll say is that I always knew I could go into your office, close the door, and no matter what you were doing, you were exactly what I needed. And you listened, and then you listened, and then you told me what I needed to hear, even though I didn't want to hear it. You told me what I needed to hear. And I'm going to miss that.
Guys will just have to FaceTime me.
Oh, don't worry. We will, because Kovacs can't pick up the pieces. All right.
He's always got to dig at Kovac.
I don't know what I did.
Oh, where do I start? Let's see. So about 4 years ago, I was hired, and I walked in, and I didn't know what I was doing. Tim was probably in Vegas, because where else would Tim be? Nikki was on her last minute before school vacation, and I walk in, and someone's like, "Go see Lacey." Okay, I don't know who Lacey is, but I'll go find her. I went in your office, you handed me a baby and said, "Here's how things work."
I was wondering if you were going to reference Luke.
So, so you handed me Lacey, you handed me Luke, and from there on out, it was you taught me how to do the job. You taught me how to run Infinite Campus. You taught me how to pull special ed lists. You taught me how to just do everything. More than anything, you probably taught me how to interact with high school kids, which is a challenge but fun, and it's been great. I don't know how Chaim walked in your office and didn't have to kick another student out, because there's always a student in your office.
True.
True.
I think there's 2 of them who graduated 2 years ago who are probably still sitting in your office, probably right to this minute. But it's been great. It's been a fantastic 4 years. I can't believe it's been 4 years, but it's been fantastic, and it's been exciting watching all this. And I'm going to be very, very sad to see you go. So, but I'm happy for your family.
Thank you. I miss all you guys.
I remember as an assistant principal being a part of the interview process and first questioning if Hurlbut had pants on in Vegas when we were doing it via just like this. And then, telling Andy Fetchick, I go, "Lacey's the real deal. Like, she's the real deal. She's going to support Nikki, who truly needs another counselor, and Tim. It's going to be a perfect package deal." And then later on, they gave birth to Kyle Kovac as a counselor, who is kind of a blend of all of them. Probably not so much Nikki, because he loves the hug so much.
I got her height.
There you go.
But we have so many memories, whether I was assistant principal and we were dealing with, kids, helping me understand, 504s, coming from a private school to a public school, sitting and having literally almost felt like dad and mom moments with kids where an assistant principal would be talking and then you would be talking, to how can I support you questions. And I would yell, I'm fine. And everyone would laugh. But you always would, even if you had other things to do, stop, close the door. How can I help you? How can I support you? What can I do? You're doing it now as you're packing boxes and dealing with a football coach on the other side as he's going through plays in our meetings. And you've just been a great friend to us. And we are going to miss you tremendously because of your character. And we're going to miss those tanks. You have like a number 10. You have a pencil and a block O. I remember, I will never forget, and I hope he never forgets, in the summer, Luke pushing me on Frank's chair down the 400s and spinning me around, and seeing him like at the age of, I don't even know, 4. Like
he was 3 last summer when that was going
3.
on.
Just almost like his dad's words were in his mind, drive, because he was pushing me. But we also want to give you the opportunity not to pamper any one of us, but for all of our students out there. Any final words you want to give to your students?
Jeez, put me on the spot. The past 6 years have been fantastic. I have learned, I have grown. I have made some friendships that'll last a lifetime. I have made some really great memories with you all, with the staff, with the students, with families out there. There's certainly some parents that I've, as I've said, I'm leaving. It's been difficult to tell people. And that's a sign that it's been a really good experience because it is hard to leave. A message going forward. I mean, I don't even know. Guys, just keep working hard, man. I don't even, see, I put on the spot and I'm not even sure. Be kind to one another. I think that's probably my biggest message, especially what's going on in the world right now. Be kind, be gentle with one another. And even once we get out of this, coming into Chardon has been a unique experience because it's a unique place. And I think what I appreciated most in coming in was all the students were kind to one another and people were nurturing of one another. So I think now more than ever, we need that in this world with one another. So be kind, nurture one another, work hard. It pays off. And I love you guys. So.
Murray, you got to stall for me for just a minute. So keep going.
All right, I'm going to stall, which is I'm pretty good at.
Yes.
Just in a side note there, Lacey, when looking at my video here, Snyder goes down 77, Hyam goes down 77, Kovac goes down 77, Bandera goes down 77, Hetrick goes down 77, I go down 77. I'm not sure if Hurlbut likes to go down 77. And then Jen kind of flies down 77, literally. She just takes the flight. We all go through that state. And you better believe that when we're crossing through that beautiful threshold of finally seeing the sun and finally feeling like, oh my gosh, it's summer, we're going to call, we're going to FaceTime, we're going to say, what are you doing? Because we want to come see you. And I believe it's probably about, what are you, 30 minutes off that exit?
It's the Statesville exit. I like 30, 40 minutes, somewhere in there, I think. Shut up.
Hello.
This is a beautiful surprise.
So,
Hi, Brett.
How are you?
so Kathleen,
Hi,
you're live right now. So we're live broadcasting, and we're roasting or giving our compliments to Lacey as her farewell from Sharon High School on our principal's podcast. So we figured we'd let you join.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
So do you want to share any favorite memories of Lacey?
Are they supposed to be school ones, or can they be any?
Just school appropriate. Don't have to be school memories.
Oh, school appropriate. School appropriate. I think all of my memories with Lacey are great. However, I have really enjoyed our ladies' days out when Miss Hedrick and Miss Jacobs and Miss Blackburn and I go out to dinner or whatever it is we do. Go to the Cleveland Flea or just hang out. Those are the best times because we have a lot of fun.
That's always a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you are also one, and by the way, it's great to see you. It's been a long time. I saw you in the fall when you brought some kiddos over. You are always one that would go and see Lacey all the time. You and Lacey kind of like always talking. You almost would debate school, talk school, what's best for kids, and now you're doing that over at just down the road from us. We're just going to say that.
You won't even say it.
Well, we're not going to say it because this is Chardon. We keep things in Chardon. The question: did you make that tapestry behind you?
Actually, no. My grandma made it, but it was one of my favorites in her house, so I stole it.
Now that we're all in here, what has Chardon taught you about community? Because Lacey is going to be taking that down to Hickory. What has Chardon taught you about community?
Are you going to go through all the core values? I hope you do.
Nope.
I hope so.
I'll throw a magnet at
I
her.
know that I do not have that kind of memory to be able to rattle all those off like Doug can do. I can tell you, having worked in North Carolina, and I was in Charlotte, so that'll be different than Hickory for sure. But Chardon has a actual community feel. You know people and you get to know them well. That was not my experience in North Carolina. We had, I don't know, about the same number of kids, really 1,600 at the middle school I was working at. But yeah, it was a very different feel. And Chardon, for being a bigger district, does a great job of not making it feel like a big district. So I think that makes Chardon unusual comparatively to other schools your size.
Lacey, you got to take your beautiful boy out, don't you, here before 2:00?
We have a 2:00 doctor's appointment. It's just a 4-year checkup. They had to be rescheduled with everything going on.
So we're going to put closure to this. And so just any other last final thoughts? Lacey, you're loved. You're going to be missed. And, we'll see you again tomorrow morning in our meetings. And then you will use your adult language at us at that point for doing this today. But we wanted to make this special for you because you're so much a part of our community. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for all the kind words and the love. And you know that I have nothing but love for all of you, and I will miss you so much. We'll have to, again, we'll